Hey guys, it's your boy Sushi, and before we get into this video, I just want to thank everybody for the continuous support. You guys are absolutely amazing. You guys really make making content and streaming every single day really worth it. Like no joke, guys. So we have a new goal set for the end of March, okay? And it's gonna be a little bit far away. It's kind of tough, but the goal is going to be 2,500 subs by the end of March. I'll be giving away one monthly pass for the end of March if we don't hit that goal. But I think if we can hit that goal, I'm gonna give away three monthly passes by the end of March. Okay, guys. So that's it for this quick intro, and let's hop into the video. Hey guys, it's your boy Sushi here with another Etheria restart video. So for this video, we're going to be taking a look at Awakened Valerian. Okay, guys, this is some crazy new awakening character, bro. Like if I told you guys that we were going to be locking Valerian 2 seasons ago, I don't think anyone would have believed me. Okay. So let's go straight into her kit, okay? We need to review her kit because nobody plays this character. Well, at least before her awakening, right? So for the newer players as well as the older players, I think a review of her brand new awakened kit would be very, very helpful. Okay. So her S1 it's just a single hit with 60% chance to slumber, right? So you can go to sleep for one turn. Hey, yo, was Val always this hot? Holy. Anyway, her S2, she gives one turn invincibility and heal over time to all allies now. Jesus Christ. So she used to only give one turn invincibility to one unit. Now she's giving it to all your units, bro. That's ridiculous. And then if the targets, I think main target, right? I think if the main target's HP percentage is below 50%, it extends heal over time by one turn. That's insane. So everybody gets invincibility for a whole turn. Wow, she is crazy. Okay, so now this is like the biggest part of her kit, right? So she has an S3 called Hazy Dream, where at the start of the turn, um, like not even start of turn, start of the game, she activates Hazy Dream almost like a domain expansion uh type of situation where she activates it before the fight even starts, right? So what she does is that she redistributes current HP among all allies, equalizes all of their HP percentages, and then she gets two turn Hazy Dream, right? So when active, Valerian is immune to control and turn meter related effects, but cannot take action. So she's just sitting there on her little balloon ball, sleepy ball thing. When an ally starts their turn, applies a shield equal to 12% of Valerian's max HP to them for 2 turns, and a dream buff that they don't have. So meaning like you can give them one of these essentially. You give attack, defense, crit up, and speed up. You're essentially getting all of these for every single time your team goes. Okay. Before any ally is attacked, also applies the same shield for 2 turns. So you literally get double the shields, okay? So when you take your turn, when your character takes your turn, and when they get attacked. And the crazy part about this shield is the shield when they get attacked is applied before they get attacked, which is ridiculous. So you're literally like tanking so much damage, okay? But this can only trigger one time per turn, so that's good, right? So it's not infinite shields. It's just that one chunky shield at the beginning when you get attacked. When an ally is about to die, prevents their death, heals them for 20% of their max HP, and Valerian ends Hazy Dream and immediately starts the next turn. So she essentially gets to cut. So as you'll see in the replays, right? She automatically S3, so technically this S3 is not on cooldown, right? Then let's say one of your teammates, one of your characters dies, or kind like is going to die. She hops off her little sleepy balloon thing, and then she immediately takes the next turn. So she skips everybody. I'm not too sure the interaction with like Fiamelia and stuff like that yet, but maybe we'll see some in the replays. But yeah, so she pretty much can double S3, double Hazy Dream your team, and you can be pretty tanky for quite a long time. And she's actually really good for turn one as well because she essentially protects your team from dying. You guys will see some crazy replays, okay? Absolutely crazy replays. She is amazing, bro. Anyone else notice she was this hot before? Because I wasn't too sure. Damn, what's her skin look like? Let me see. I have her skin. Her skin was free. Not a free, maybe like $1. Oh, damn. Oh, hell yeah. Anyway, Anyway, so we have Nox in here. He is the main. He's like the only character to showcase this for this video because you guys know some videos have multiple players showcasing their characters. But this is the Valerian he's running right now. Not really that good, honestly. Talking with the pro players, right? They're all saying that Moon Bunny would be a lot better because Moon Bunny protects Valerian from getting cooldown increased even in her Hazy Dream, right? Or like right after Hazy Dream, stuff like that. But this is the current build that Noxon is running because this is like the best that he has, right? And I'm also thinking for her, you can run like Gigabyte or Moon Bunny, but I think these three are the best matrices, okay? Wellspring, Cure, and Evil Guard. You want her literally to have the max HP as possible, and with these three matrices, you get the max HP as possible, okay? So he's running triple HP bonus, I believe. Yes. So there's no reason not to run triple HP bonus with her. And you don't want her that fast either, okay? Try not to get too many speed subs, okay? Because you want her slow, right? You don't want her cycling out of her turn so fast that your team doesn't get those buffs as long as they should, okay? But yeah, Fortissimo is really bad. You want triple green HP matrices, but I think Moon Bunny is the way to go. I'm still trying to farm a good Moon Bunny for multiple different characters. They just won't drop it for me anymore. But yeah. So let's take a look at the first gameplay here. Let me up the volume so we can hear the character sound effects. And listen, guys, she is insane for turn one. Okay, she's insane for turn one. Just a quick note. I think the turn two players are realizing what it was like for turn one players back in the day when turn two was dominant. Because now it seems like turn one is dominant, and the turn two players are finally getting a taste of their own medicine for a little bit. Okay, guys. You guys know I'm just joking, but it is true, right? It is true that turn one is in the favor right now. It is what it is. So we have a Valerian lock, okay, guys. So this might be the new tech, okay. I have Valerian ready as well. I might be playing this this weekend, and we'll see with the new character Xuan Li and the other guy as well. So let's see. Let's see what happens here. So she domain expansions first, right? Now she's on her little balloon. The other team, Lily S3s, manages to cooldown increase everybody. All right, let's see this mask. Let's see how much damage this mask does with the attack buff and count. Ooh, okay, Navette is able to tank. Right there. He does an S3 again because she got cooldown increase, right? Which is why you want to run Moon Bunny, right? This is exactly why you want to run Moon Bunny, so she doesn't get cooldown increase. So he could not S3 with Val twice. But now it's his turn to go. And then bro just gives up because he's about to get Navette CC'd again. Absolutely cooked. Right? So I think Moon Bunny's the way to go because the Lily was able to cool down, increase the Valerian. So one really interesting tech, right, that people are running is locking Valerian and then running Messiah, right? So now that Messiah is tanky because of Valerian, right? She goes first. She goes first before anybody. I think she's the only character that goes first before anybody in the entire game with her domain expansion, okay? Messiah is protected, bro. He is protected. He doesn't need an actual pusher anymore because he just doesn't die. BBC does not die. He becomes too big and too hard to kill. Let's freaking go. I love this. This is hype. Okay, so he saves his Fiamelia S3 right there, which I think is smart. If it was me, I would just slam S3. Who cares? But look, if you guys notice, Messiah didn't take any damage because Valerian's shield applied before Kokardi attacked. Now look at Messiah's shield. Jesus Christ, bro. Look at Messiah's shield. It gets even bigger. Now what do you do? What do you do, bro? Kokardi dead. Ray follow up. Plume dead. GG's. What can you do? What can you possibly do against Valerian like this, bro? Absolutely insane. Okay, he's going for the Fuchu now. Fiamelia with the big damage. Kokardi might live maybe one more turn. Wow, this Kokardi's on an ace batter? That's kind of crazy. No damage, right? Messiah has invincibility. Everybody else has Valerian shield. Where is the damage? Turn 2 might actually be dead. Like, I'm not joking, guys. Turn 2 can't do any damage. How can turn 2 do any damage through Valerian, bro? At least if you're playing turn 1, you still could get those big nukes, right? Yelly big nuke, Messiah big nuke, Senyu big nuke. But where's the big nukes from turn 2? I think we have some Tiamat gameplay later on as well, but let's be real, guys. I'm not even sure Tiamat can like hit through or deal damage through this Valerian shield. It's so thick, bro. Jesus Christ. Boom. What can turn 2 do, bro? What can turn 2 do? Nothing. Jesus Christ, this character is broken, bro. I honestly really like the Awakening characters in the game. I think it is a massive W from the devs, for sure. Also, really quick note, I'm not sure this is an Asian player, but it should be. But if you guys didn't know, they already merged the servers, okay? So you can already fight Asian players if you queue RTA. And I'm getting like mixed emotions about it. Some people saying, yo, I'm cooking these Asian players. Some other people saying, yo, I lost like 300 points fighting Asian players today, you know? So it is what it is. But let's take a look at this game. So let's see. We're going to tank Messiah and Fiamelia here is what it looks like. All right, let's see. Here it comes. Let's see how much damage Messiah does. So Messiah still manages to kill like very squishy characters, right? Even through Valerian Shield, it doesn't matter. But that's why Valerian Shield is so good, because she comes back and she just puts another shield. And unless Messiah can double pump, then he's probably cooked. You know, he's probably cooked. Kethos steals a turn there. We steal Tyrandot. Yes, so then Kethos goes again. He S2s, steals a lot of HP. Mass is dead. That is GG's. Holy crap, this character is not okay, bro. Damn, this is fun, honestly. Like, I'm not gonna lie, guys. I like that the devs are making every character OP. Just make everybody OP. That's how you make it fun, bro. I like it, honestly. Like, Valerian's already cooking up the meta. Wait till Xuan Li and Jinsi and Brant come out tomorrow or the day after, and shit, I don't know what's gonna happen, guys. I really don't know. But it's fun. That's part of the fun. I think the devs are definitely improving when it comes to these characters, bro. Every character is broken, so nobody is broken. You know what I mean? Okay, Yelly comes in with the big nuke. Barely any nuke because Selins has pretty big shields. But look at the Doomcrow. Did nothing to the Yelly because of the thick shields. Very nice. Okay, so he's going to kill the Sanya first, which I think is really smart. Because without Sanya, you don't get any sustain, right? You don't get any real sustain, any healing and cycling, stuff like that. Because with Valerian, as a turn 1 player with a turn 1 draft, you're just going to stay alive for a very long time. Now look, Yelly died, quote unquote died. Gets S3'd again, okay, but then she still dies anyway because Ray obliterated her. Right? Because Ray, remember guys, Ray ignores everything. Ignores Soul War from Hoyan, ignores even Valerian Hazy Dream, okay? She ignores everything. Her S1 ignores pretty much everything when you get into that termination or terminate percentage. And now what is a Amber Ray going to do? Nothing. Right? Boom. Doesn't matter. Boom. 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 And invincibility. Invincibility for the whole team. What are you gonna do? Nothing. Just give up, right? Just give up. Next game. We got a lot of replays, okay? Because she is insane, guys. So this looks like a no damage team, right? Like no damage at all, but somehow manages to win because I think the other team is pretty squishy as well. And against rank 45, you know, rank 45 last season, insane. So because there's no damage on Noxon's team here, it's fine because the other team is pretty squishy as well. Right? Like no like big damage. Right? Senyu barely did anything there. I don't know the stats on this Senyu, but still barely did anything. UCC doesn't really matter. Why? Because Santic is right there to cleanse. And Santic heals as well, right? So this is this is crazy, bro. Let's watch on 5x. This should be a pretty long game for a turn 1 game. So one thing I'd like to mention while we're watching this is that you guys remember, like, the main reason why I thought the devs, which I think is valid, right? The reason why I thought the devs were favoring turn 2 is because for viewership, right? For player viewership and viewer viewership for tournaments and stuff like that, you don't want to watch like a 1 minute game where you just two pump mass everything, right? So that's totally fine. Right? I think that's fine. I think that's fine. But now the devs came up with a way to make turn one longer, like the games for turn one, to make them longer and more fun to watch, more enjoyable. I think they're doing fantastic. Okay, we have to give credit where credit is due. Okay, I think this one is the one with the Tiamat, right? Let's watch this, guys. This is insane. Okay, this one is absolutely insane. Okay, Doki Doki goes first, but it doesn't matter. Domain expansion. Okay, Doki Doki brings everybody up. Look at Messiah. He's still alive, bro. Messiah is still alive there. So now what can this turn 2 player do? Not much, because we got Santic up in here. We got Fia with the S3. Decent damage. Ray stuns a Messiah, but that's not a problem because Hazy Dream is back up again. Right? So like I said, guys, Messiah now he doesn't need pushers anymore, right? So now thinking as a turn 1 player, as a BBC lover, okay guys, you can definitely use BBC with Valerian now. You don't need a pusher, so you can have characters like Fiamelia, Santic to help support Messiah because he's not gonna die. You know, he's just not gonna die. He doesn't need to be pushed. So you don't have to waste even like 2 pushers, because 1 or 2 pushers, you lose a lot of utility otherwise. Doki Doki deleted. I was about to say Tiamelia. Tia deleted, and then that's GG's. What can turn 2 do, bro? This is so hype. I'm actually really excited to play with Valerian this new meta, man. I'm really farming for that Moon Bunny, but I do have a decent, I think, gigabyte for her. But maybe I'll figure something out. I will figure something out. So we got another game right here. We're gonna watch all of these, okay, guys? Because these are insane. We can watch them pretty fast. We'll watch them all in 5x, right? The idea is that you just don't die. With Valerian, you just don't die. It's got to be like single target nukes, I think. And we'll talk about counters. We'll talk about counters for Valerian right now, right? So Valerian, her shields are the biggest problem, okay? The easiest way to counter Valerian, there only seems to be 2 characters right now that can counter her, right? So because she applies buffs and the shields and defense up, attack up, all that stuff count as buffs, the best way to counter her is with block buff. So we're talking Heinrich with the AoE buff block on his S3, and then we're talking also Navette, who has CC and buff block on her S3. So double AoE, okay? But we don't actually have any other buff blockers like that. We have like Nahor with his single target S2 if you're able to nuke 1 character down. But even if you nuke them down, right, Valerian will come out of S3 and just S3 again. So, yeah. Yeah, what can you do? What can you do against this? I don't know how you can possibly outdamage this or something. I really don't know, right? I think we have 1 or 2 counters here as well without Valerian, but we'll see. That was this game. Next game against Hades here. Hades is the top 100 player almost every season, bro. So he has mass, right? Like I said, guys, no need. No need for a pusher for Messiah here, like at all. You don't need it. How can he die? He doesn't die. He guarantees his turn. Look at the other team. What is the other team going to do? Boom, boom, nothing. Rahu follow-up is healing him, bro. Rahu's attacks are essentially healing Messiah, bro. Look at this. Ray comes up. Boom. Messiah. Boom. Like, oh my god, one-shotted. Jesus Christ, that's amazing. That's so good, right? There's no point, right? Messiah's biggest weakness before was that he nukes, but he either dies or gets CC'd before he takes his turn. But who needs to push if he doesn't die, you know? Who needs to push if he doesn't die? Okay, so this is interesting here, okay? We have some counterplay videos as well. So let's take a look at this. So this person named Meta Sucks, I have no idea who this is, but he is a top player, okay? So he locks Valerian here. So what does Noxon do? He locks Navette, right? Because Navette has buff block on her S3. You want AoE buff block so that they don't get that extra shield, so that they don't become tanky and you can just kill them normally, okay? So let's watch this here. This is actually really helpful for me. For me to learn, right? You guys know I don't play RTA as much anymore. I only play like on the weekends, but I definitely feel a lot better not playing every day, you know? Honestly, it was pretty stressful playing every single day. Okay, now everybody has block buff. Or buff block, right? Now they don't get any more shields. Okay, notice they don't get any more shields every time they get attacked. And this also counters Lilium here. S3 on the Navette. Oh, wait, what just happened? Oh, yeah, S3 on the Navette, never mind. Valerian's on the other team. But it doesn't really matter at this point because now they have debuff soup, right? I think that's what the pro players call it, debuff soup, where you just get so many debuffs. I have no idea why they call it debuff soup, but yeah. Okay. Boom, huge right there, huge. So buff block, okay guys? That's literally the only way you can counter Valerian right now. You need Heinrich and Navette. I honestly think you need both. I'm also probably going to switch my Heinrich off of Revelation because I haven't been using him that much. I'll switch him off Revelation and put him on... Honestly, I might put him on either Jackal or Codex because Codex I can double S3, so double the block in case they run a cleanser or something. So another game where he counters the Valerian. Okay, so it's against Ovifer. This guy's a speed demon, absolutely crazy. But he's running Hellkid. You know, I'm kind of curious. I haven't seen this replay yet. Let's take a look. This guy's on Gator Tia. Interesting. Gator Tia and Gator Ray on Moon Bunny Valerian. Yeah, I need a Moon Bunny, bro. I need a Moon Bunny. Okay, so nice. Valerian got big shields here. No damage on the Lowen, which is huge. Huge. Absolutely huge here. So Lowen, wow, Lowen is strong, bro. Honestly, Lowen's stocks are going up. That's pretty nuts. Lowen is insane. I'm not sure if it's worth building Hellkid, because Hellkid has those extra shields as well, which is amazing. With the other team doesn't have a stripper, like, it doesn't really matter. You probably won't die. Wow, those stunts from Hellkid are nuts, bro. Big ass shield. I'm starting to see a lot of Hellkid actually. I kind of want to run him, but like I have no extra lattices. You guys already know. It's always like that with lattices. But the good thing about Hellkid is that not only does he provide the shield, right, the sustain, he also can deal decent damage. He's also very tanky because you can't crit him. He's insane. Yeah, so Lowen cooks. Noted. Lowen also kind of cooks Valerian if you have somewhat of a decent sustain to survive just as long as the Valerian sustains for her team, you know? Dude, Hellkid is nuts, bro. Oh my god, I might have to build a Hellkid, not gonna lie. That's crazy. I have no lattices, guys. Like, can the devs just give everybody like 20 something lattices for free just for everybody build everybody, you know? Here's another one with Hellkid, right? But now Noxon's using the Valerian again. And then Messiah gets protected like twice over, right? Valerian provides 2 shields pretty much, and Hellkid provides another shield. So technically he's shielded by 3 people. Like three shield stacks, which is absolutely nuts. Okay, S3, dude, Hellkid nukes, bro. So even if she heals, it doesn't really matter because Plume is going next. Plume strips all of that except for the one on Sanya. Doesn't matter here. Big heals. Mass goes. Let me see this damage. Humongous damage. Nukes 2 characters. Ray does nothing. Okay, yo. Yo. Valerian is not okay, bro. Valerian absolutely shuts down Ray Mary. Like 100% shuts down Ray Mary. There is literally nothing she can do. I'm really glad I skipped Awakening Sanya, bro. Like, no joke. I hate Sanya. I'm glad I skipped her. That's why I have Val right now. And holy crap, that is insane, guys. What an insane showcase. Thank you, Noxon, again. This is, I think, his second time being featured in a video. Thank you again for letting me showcase your Valerian and her gameplay. Okay, and he's not even fully built. Okay, guys, Moon Bunny with the same matrices is, I think, the general consensus right now among the pro players. And yeah, that's it for this video. All right, guys, that's it for this video. If you found it helpful, you enjoyed it, I made you laugh, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on this video. That's also how you enter the monthly pass giveaway and all that stuff you guys already know. I stream every single night, guys, okay? If I don't see you on stream, then I'll just see you in the next video. Bye.